I don't know how to show you this. I paid $20 for this wakeboard. $20 on the local classifieds. It was really funny when I met up with the guy to buy it because he was really sheepish about, oh, you know, it's 17 years old. It's kind of coming apart on the edges. Like there's some spots where I had to epoxy it but it's a really great wakeboard. Like, yeah, like the bindings are still really great. Like you can strap in, like you still have a really, really good time on it. He was trying to sell me on this wakeboard and I was like, buddy, listen, you don't get it. I'm not trying to ride this thing. I'm trying to trash it. I want something that I can take out and it's gonna do just the bare minimum what I want it to do. And I want it to be okay if it doesn't come back in one piece. Because what I have in mind, there's a good chance it doesn't come back in one piece.
Flip around. Selfie mode.
Wow.
Yeah, selfie mode. Check this out. Where,
that's so sick.
Tell the people where we're at, guys.
We are at the Great Salt Lake, baby.
The Great Salt Lake.
Great Salt Lake Salt
The
Flats.
Great Salt Lake Salt Flats. What's the salt flats made out of again?
I'm not sure actually.
It's just salt. Sure. This is what it looks like. Let's spin the camera around here. So this is it. This is where we're at. This is where we're going. What you think, Dax?
Not bad.
Not bad? You think it's gonna go? I think it'll go. You think it'll go?
Yeah.
You think it'll go?
I think it'll go.
I think it just might go.
Go out further. Go out like the middle.
I like to play out of the salt flats as a photographer because the salt gives you some really, really cool textures. You can add some contrast, do some really, really cool things out there. It's a really popular spot to take portraits. I like to try to do weird stuff there. Last year, we took some snowboards out. We dragged snowboards behind a car. We jumped over some fire. We made some pretty good photos out of it. This year, I wanted to refresh the idea, come back with a new perspective and a new activity.
So here's kind of the vision behind it. We're gonna have the sun's supposed to set over those mountains there, that direction. We've got a big long stretch of water right over there that we can use, and we're just gonna we're not gonna do anything crazy fancy. We're just gonna try to put down a big turn, spray up some water, and see if we can get a photo out of it.
At the end of the day, there's not really a huge purpose for taking this photo. It's not going to sell anybody into making them want to hire me to take portraits of them. Maybe I can get a teenager that wants to print a poster of it and hang it on their wall. It's not really applicable for showcasing any kind of commercial work, which is what I do. I mainly did it just for the fun of it and for the challenge of it. There's this zone that I get into before a shoot where there's a lot of nervous energy leading up to it and preparing and planning everything out and trying to look ahead and see any kind of obstacle that could come up and trying to plan and overcome that. And then there's this other segment after the shoot's over where there's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on like, okay, how am I going to edit this? How am I going to make it? Am I going to show it to the client and are they just going to hate it? Or are they going to come back with revisions? Or there's some nervous anticipation about, are they going to like it? Or are they going to lie to me and say that they like it when really they don't? And there's just these kind of unsettling thoughts that cook through my head as I'm going before and after a shoot. The reason I do shoots like this is just for being in the moment. There's so much going on. Once you're there, you've taken care of all of the prep work. Now it's just time to execute. There's this clarity that I get, and it's the best time that I've found where I can just live in the moment and just be and experience everything that's happening around me. That's a big thing that I chase when I plan out these kinds of photo shoots, is just something nutty. There's no pressure on it. If I get something really, really good out of it, there are magazines that I could submit to and contests that I could enter. There are places I can send the photo and I can do things with it. At the very minimum case, I pick good people for these shoots that are going to be excited and have a good time just for the sake of being there. And they're always extremely complimentary, which is always amazing. Like, I don't know where I would be without the support that I've had. But there's something to be said for just going and taking a photo just for the sake of taking it. And that's probably what this photo is going to turn into. I make the YouTube video mostly as a journal for me to document myself and my journey. If lots of people see this and like it, great, awesome. I'm stoked. Thank you for being here. Stick around, like, subscribe, follow along, join me on my journey. At the bare minimum, I like this photo because it's me proving myself right. It's me proving to myself that I can plan and execute these wild ideas that I don't know if it's been done before. I don't know that it particularly matters if it has. It's not an earth-shattering thing. It was something that was questionable, that there were some obstacles, and there was a possibility that this idea wasn't going to work, but it did. It did work. And so it's just a journey in proving myself right. And I think when you take those moments to recognize the times when you prove yourself right, it allows you to be your own biggest fan and really admire yourself for your work. And I think that that's at its core where it needs to come from. I'm not the greatest at that. I care too much what people think about me, but I can take these moments to practice. This is my idea. This is how I want to do it. I think I can do it. I'm going to prove myself right. We go from there, step by step. It's a life journey. So anyway, thanks for taking the time to listen. If you have ideas about things that maybe I should try next time I go out and do something like this, if you'd like to join me on one of these, feel free to comment down below. Let's get in touch. Let's make something cool.